Jim Rohn said all of us, we got the same ending. We're gonna die. So if you know you're going to die, why are you playing it safe? Like if you know you're gonna die, why are you listening to other people tell you about your life? If you're gonna die, why don't you live your own life? Man, that's what I loved about my grandma. She drove until she was 89 years old. She died in her own home. She didn't die nowhere else. My grandma lived her life on her terms. My grandma got her hair done every 2 weeks. She still was getting her hair done. She was still going and getting massaged. She was still going to get manicure, pedicure. With the little money she had, she lived life on her terms. And guess what? There were some people in my family that didn't like the fact that she lived life on her terms and didn't care what they thought. But you know what? She died on her terms. You're going to die anyway. Don't die on your grandma's terms. You're going to die anyway. Don't die on your friend's terms. You're going to die anyway. Don't die on your parents' terms. If you're going to die, die on your own terms.
Life journey is filled with twists and turns, you know? But it's your response to the adversity that defines your character. You just gotta embrace the challenges and use that as a stepping stone towards your goals, you know? You gotta look at it like this. Some of the most resilient trees weather the strongest storms. So can you. You just gotta keep grinding, you know? There's gonna be obstacles that could get in your way throughout your life as you move, as you work, as you try to push forward and become a better person, become a better man, woman, whatever you is. There's gonna be obstacles that come your way, you know, but you just gotta use that as stepping stones. You can't let it, you know, just take you down. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand tall, you feel me? You know, you gotta, like they say, you gotta stand on business. Even when discouraging moments arise, even when you got all of these negative thoughts about yourself, or use that, you know, you can use any negative thing that happened in your life, you can use for good. Any negative thing that happened in your life, you could use it for good.
I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed, and I prayed. But I continued to fail, and fail, and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're gonna get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. Someone talked about it. Won the Tony Award. And I didn't have to sing, by the way. But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, and I'll pick up the pace, the point is every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? Here's my second point about failure. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Les Brown's a motivational speaker. He made an analogy about this. He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes?
Pay attention to your dreams sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, dreams ain't just there for nothing. Your dreams are like a compass that's guiding you to your true purpose. Allow your passion to be the driving force behind your actions. Sometimes we get so caught up, and when we chasing our goals, we might have a couple setbacks. You gotta look at them setbacks as temporary detours. Don't look at it as like a roadblock or something that just stops you, something you can't get past, you know what I'm saying? The path to success is It might be a hard road, but it all gonna be worth it in the end. When you put in that work, and you know you putting in that work, and you doing the right thing, and you doing righteous things, like you feel it, you know, and you going to get rewarded for that. Don't think it's just gonna go unnoticed. You gonna get rewarded from that. God always watching. Sometimes you gotta take a step back to take 2 steps forward. And everybody's step back may not be the same. A nigga that's a millionaire, him taking a step back might not be the same step back as a nigga who ain't got nothing, you know? So it's like everybody's step back is different. Like that's another thing, like stop paying so much attention to other people's lives, man. Just look at your life, look at what you could do. Like we be so caught up in trying to change other people. And if you want to really truly make a change, you got to start within yourself. Like Michael Jackson said a long time ago, you got to start with the man in the mirror.
I remember every time when I used to speak, one of the things that used to bother me the most is I was like getting invited to these events, and it was like, they have dinner, and it's like, you know, multi-millionaires in the room, and they got a dress code. I remember back in the day when I would be perplexed, like, okay, should I go buy a suit because I don't have a suit? Should I? Let me tell you something. I'm telling you, I'm so free now, and people think I'm free because of the money I make. I'm free now because I'm living life on my terms. I'm like, look, we got 2 options. Either I don't wear a suit and I show up and do what I do, or I wear a suit and I don't show up. No, watch me very closely, and I'm not disrespecting your event. If your event requires somebody to dress up, if that's what it's about, I'm not disrespecting you. I'm not mad at you. I'm just not coming. Why? Because I don't dress up. I like to be my authentic self. I like to be who I am. I don't want to have to go to the store and buy. I just want to be myself. And if you can't, and that's what I love about this company, it's not about how you dress. It's about real estate. It's not about how you dress. It's about home ownership. It's not about how you dress. It's about economic freedom. You should have got excited when I said that part. It's about the main thing. So here's what I need you to do. I need you, like the company, to get to a point where you're your authentic self.
Take a moment to acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small or big they is. Celebrate your progress and use that to fuel your determination to reach greater heights. Your journey is uniquely yours. It's yours. You know, it ain't nobody else. It's yours. And comparing it to others ain't gonna do nothing but diminish the value of your own accomplishments. If you ain't got nobody to give you no hug, pat you on the back, pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a hug. You look in the mirror and you hold your head high and you say, you are great, you are worth it, you can do it. Sometimes you gotta take that moment to reflect how far along you came. I ain't saying just sit and constantly live in the past, no, but just reflect from time to time so you could appreciate the things that you have. In the midst of us chasing more money and, you know, bigger house, better cars, and to take care of our families. In the midst of us chasing these things, we could get caught up and not be grateful for the things that we already have. Definitely take that moment to reflect so you can be grateful. Being grateful is everything.
Netflix, please. Tell your friends too. It's about a man played by Tom Hanks who's fired from his law firm because he has AIDS. He wants to sue the firm, but no one's willing to represent him until a homophobic ambulance chaser lawyer, played by yours truly, takes on the case. In a way, if you watch the movie, you'll see everything I'm talking about today. You'll see what I mean about taking risk or being willing to fail. Because taking risk is not just about going for a job. It's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas. In the course of the film, the character I play begins to take small steps, small risks. He very, very, very slowly begins to overcome his fears. And I feel ultimately his heart becomes flooded with love. And I can't think of a better message as we send you off today. To not only take risks, but to be open to life, to accept new views, and to be open to new opinions, to be willing to speak at a commencement at one of the best universities in the country, even though you're scared stiff. While it may be frightening, it will also be rewarding. Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. So members of the class of 2011, this is your mission. When you leave the friendly confines of Philly, never be discouraged, never hold back, give everything you got. And when you fall throughout life, and maybe even tonight after a few many glasses of champagne, remember this: fall forward.